how do we convert these project works into startups?
So I think that would be the hard conversation we need to have in our ecosystem, in our locality. I think that you go through a process to invent things, to research on a matter. Then the moment we come up with results, we are happy with it. But I think that we should be able to look at ourselves and say building a company is hard. We should get on doing what to take that invention, the research, and commercialize it. I think that is the conversation the Ghanaian populace, the educational systems need to come up with, that now we need to build businesses. I took a lesson from Elon Musk. He said that when you build a prototype, it's very easy. But for you to now produce it, commercialize it, to be able to scale it in high volumes,
and for it to become profitable,
that is where the hard
is the hardest part. Yeah. Being technical and skillful with something is different from building a business. Building a business is a new skill. It's another skill on its own. You can be very technical, but cannot build a business.
But I think in our culture, the Ghanaian culture doesn't really have that appreciation for building businesses. Would rather celebrate people when they come up with prototypes, new ideas, than somebody who has gone through. Look at the success of Hapto you are talking about. I'm amazed. I'm happy because a Ghanaian company could do.
They've done remarkable.
How many people know about this success that a Ghanaian people, a KNUST students have been able to do?
Do you know what I would do? I would have actually done a startup school in KNUST and make sure I bring Alex Bram to come and teach in one of the classes. Entrepreneurship class. They do it in Stanford. Go to Stanford. Wade Hoffman has an entrepreneurship class.
I think our school we have an entrepreneurship class.
Which one?
In our schools, in the university.
Which entrepreneurship do they do?
I did some, and I could remember some of the things my lecturer taught me.
Dear Lord Jesus.
I think I did some in business.
I've seen school. Look, let me tell you something. Okay. I did some of the entrepreneurship you are talking about. I did introduction to entrepreneurship.
Yes, 101.
Look, Stanford University. When you go there, Reid Hoffman, who is the co-founder of LinkedIn, who sold the company to Microsoft for $26 billion. Okay, is the one teaching on entrepreneurship in Stanford. What do you think would do to your confidence? They bring, let's say, I've seen one Steve Jobs who come and give a lecture, right? Or someone like what's his name, Sam Altman. It's part of that entrepreneurship that they organize it. You are seeing a billionaire that you want to aspire to be like, okay? You see him come and teach you entrepreneurship in school and how to build startups. Do you know what it will do to your confidence? All right. So that is why if you took somebody from here and he schooled in Stanford University and he took another child and put in Kent University and they both finished school. Do you know that according to a certain report, okay, both kids when they come out of those universities and they want to raise funding, okay, it is 80% more likely that the one who went to Stanford University will raise funding than the one who went to a local university. There is a reason why. I think because there is an ecosystem and an atmosphere in Stanford that make people successful. And we are going to go into details how Stanford became Stanford, okay? But so it's that particular ecosystem, and so that's why we need to start creating that culture and that particular atmosphere in our universities. Especially for me, I went to K University, and I think that because it's a science and technology school, they can do that. All right, and start creating this new atmosphere and culture and ecosystem in K University that allow people to finish school and convert their project works into startups. Not everybody, not everything is commercial. There are some research works you can't commercialize them. Okay. Now let me read to you something that I wrote myself some time back. Okay. I say this. The white man's ability to build commercial structures that moves capital from point A to point B and be getting more capital, creating a flywheel, has made him more powerful than his black counterpart.
Come again.
I'll take it again. I said the white man's ability or the Caucasian's ability to build commercial structures that moves capital from point A to point B and begetting more capital, creating a flywheel, has made him more powerful than his black counterpart. All right. So he likes to build commercial structures, like I said. He said it is not enough to, like Larry Page said, it's not enough to invent stuff.
No.
You need to use entrepreneurship to now build a flywheel, a machine that will take capital. Okay. You put it through that machine, it will generate much more capital. I don't know if you get me.
Yeah.
You put in, let's say, X. By the time it comes through that particular flywheel, that machine, it will produce 1,000x that capital you put into that machine. All right?
Right.
And because they can do that, it has made them much more resourceful and much more powerful than their black counterpart. That is why we've let a lot of our projects on campus and you're all seeing Cameroon come and help. No. How do we So the problem with our educational system at university is, our universities, is that the gap between industry and academia is too wide. Right? And you're going to see it with Professor Fetterman, how he solved that problem. And what I mean by industry and academia is too wide is that there is this ivory tower, right? This wall, this middle wall that separates it. So we are in our campuses just doing our project works. We learn just do the project works, and all we are thinking is that I'm going to finish school and go and look for a job. I have to pass my exam.
We have to change that conversation.
So we are
really
thinking
have to
we are
change that
looking for jobs.
conversation.
But I have an announcement for all those who are about finishing school. There are no jobs out there, so we are really going to struggle. So you will struggle. All right. There are no jobs.
And it's about time we tell ourselves the truth that we have to stop that conversation. We have to introduce another conversation. We don't go to school only to look for jobs, as we always think about. Like in most of my lectures in those days, they spoke about the fact that you have to become better. You have to be skillful so that when you go out, when you get a better company to work in.
Yes. So when you do you know when we came to school for the first week, what did they organize? They organize orientation for you, and then they bring in career guidance, career path. They will bring people. So all that we are thinking is that we are programming you to think that, hey, you're going to have
you just brought my mind to that. So yeah, they will do a career something, advancement and career. They will do that. There is no talk of innovation, company building.
It's too risky.
Company building is hard.
No. It's hard. It's a risky thing, like I told you in the parable of talent. Yes. But that's what God wants. God wants you to build. He likes business people, like we saw with the parable of talent, right? Where he wants you to occupy. He says, build business. He says, occupy till I come, which means do business till I come. So if you want to build generational wealth, like I said, you build a great business. Okay. So if you don't have that culture where we commercialize things to allow capital to move now, you are saying that access to capital is the main problem, right? Here,
the government has
is not
to
going to help
bring in
you.
funding.
There's no capital. If you go to the bank, they're not going to give you money. Look, let me tell you something. The amount of money that has been printed, that is circulating throughout the world, the wealth, the prosperity you've created as Homo sapiens, as human beings on the face of this blue rock, okay, Michael, is in the past 200 years, the amount of prosperity you've created in the past 200 years is much more than all the prosperity combined throughout all history, like past history till the 1800s. All right, so there's a lot of money, there's a lot of dry powder sitting in family offices, institutional assets, so much money sitting around. There's so much abundance on this earth. Look, even the way God created the universe and the earth, the universe is full of wealth.
Yeah.
Even under the sea, the amount of gold under the sea. I saw a certain particular document, they were talking about the amount of gold under the sea. They were supposed to mine the amount of mineral.
We are not even done with what we are mining on the land.
There is so much wealth that God basically injected and put in the universe.
He made his system sustainable.
That if you become poor, it's we shouldn't be.
Yeah. Okay.
Just that. But even the pools of funding sitting in various, whether it's family offices, whether it is endowment funds, whether it's institutional assets, whether it's banks, there's a lot of money. Okay. Now, if you can build something that will solve a very big problem, a problem that people groan about, cry about, able to solve it, capital will chase you. You don't have to chase it. You're going to get phone calls and go say, look, who's that guy? We want to give you money.